I heard Mrs. Jones talking with Mrs. Carter about politics, which I don't think is even legal. Do you think Mrs. Jones is Dominican or Republican? Is your mom Dominican or Republican? Do you really want to know? I have a makeup bag. You don't have a makeup bag? Childish. Erase the board. Erase the board. I went to Emily's house and her mom gave me iceberg lettuce in a salad. That's a felony in our house. Lip gloss before gossip. Sitting by you today. Why, do you have a problem with that? Because if you do, I'll stop playing with your hair. Do you want to know, like, what happened?
For every drop of water in the ocean tells a story of life and interconnectedness, okay? So if you have any questions, keep them coming. And
X marks the spot. A circle and a dot. Spiders crawling up your back. Blood rushing down.
alright, so let's look up here. Up here, please. Eyes up here for me. The oceans are vast bodies of salt water that cover about 71% of the Earth's surface. There are 5 main oceans. So we have right here the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, the Southern Ocean, and the Arctic Ocean. Now my question to you all is, who knows which ocean is the largest? Does anyone know the answer?
I know this one. I know.
Which is the largest ocean?
I know the answer.
Anyone except for Heather? Okay, Heather?
The Pacific Ocean.
No. Anyone else want to take a guess?
What? Specific, Pacific, it's all the same thing. She's just mad because... Never mind. I'm not gonna snap. Well, if she keeps on, she's gonna get an entry in the gossip diary too. Hey, Melcy. Melcy, Chelsea, same thing. I like your shirt. Yeah, did you get it from Baby Gap? Old Navy Kids? I'm just kidding. I like the color of it. It's pretty. Swirly, swirly, swirls. What is she talking about? So boring. I'm just gonna trace on your back and draw on your back to make the time go by faster. And play with your hair. pigtails again. It's just childish, you know. I'm gonna take them down later. Plus, look, your hair is all knotted. It needs to be brushed out. Luckily, I brought my brush. You don't have lice, do you? Hey, what do you think of Mrs. Jones? Do you like Mrs. Jones? I don't know. She kind of looks like a Lego. Because every time I answer like one of her questions, I'm always wrong. Like she always says that I'm wrong, but I know I'm not. Oh, gets on my nerves. Plus, Mrs. Jones is sketch. Because like between me and you, last week I heard Mrs. Jones talking with Mrs. Carter about politics, which I don't think is even legal. I know, she was talking politics with her, like on their lunch break, and like she can get arrested for that. It's against school rules to talk about that kind of stuff, you know? But while we're on the topic of politics, do you think Mrs. Jones is Dominican or Republican? I don't know, just something to put in the gossip book, you know? Is your mom Dominican or Republican? I don't know. Just wondering. Swirly, swirly, swirl. But at least she lets me like play with your hair and trace on your back in class. So I guess she's kind of cool in that sense. Hey. Let me trace something on your back and then you guess what it is, okay? Okay, here we go. Let me erase your back first. Erase the board, erase the board. Okay, erase, erase, and then now I'm gonna write 3 words, okay? Here we go. First word. It's the first word. And then the second word. word. What did I trace on your back? Give you a hint? Well, I wrote what you were giving. Oh no, it's not bad. You don't know what I wrote? The first word started with an O. Here, I'll write it again with my freshly done nails because I'm grown. Okay, so I wrote first word, second word, and the last word. What did I write? What? Why am I not sitting with Emily and Megan? Because we're not cool right now, duh. You're so nosy. When did you start being so nosy? Well, remember last time I told you that they started a TikTok without me? Yeah, we were all supposed to like make a TikTok together, but they went ahead and did the TikTok without me, like on their own. And then like Emily started doing like get ready with me's, and like literally no one wants to see her getting ready, like with her dollar store makeup. Like, I don't know. I just like, they've just not really been good friends to me lately. Like, I don't know, they've just been really weird, and I don't appreciate that. So I'm sitting by you today. Why, do you have a problem with it? Because if you do, I'll stop playing with your hair. Yeah, that's what I thought. Do you really want to know why we're still not friends? Oh. Fine. You know what time it is, right? You know what this is. The gossip book. Don't act like you don't know. I told you about this before. Well, anyways, I knew you were nosy. But before I read the gossip book, I have a makeup bag. You don't have a makeup bag? Childish. Girl, stop acting like you're in preschool. Everyone has a makeup bag. I have concealer. Okay. Lip gloss. Lip gloss before gossip. It's protocol. No, I'm not not sharing with you. I don't know where your lips have been. You could have cooties. Mm-mm. Do you want any lip gloss? That wasn't a question. You want it? Use it. No, I wasn't gonna share my lip gloss with her. Because we're not friends. Duh. I mean, if we were friends, I would share everything with her. Like, I don't have a problem sharing with my friends, you know? Like, she always uses my stuff. But, like, ever since that whole, like, situation, I just don't really like her anymore. Hence why I'm sitting next to you today. Like, it's just, like, a last resort kind of thing, or else I'd be sitting next to her. No offense. Oh, she's like trying to like listen to our conversation. Cause she's so nosy. Okay. Do you wanna know like what happened? Okay. Let's just like pretend I'm just tracing on your back until she looks away because she's like looking over here and like I know that she's trying to hear what I'm saying. Like I just know it. She's so nosy, you know? Dear Gossip Diary, Megan and Emily want to be me so bad. Whoops. Redo. Can't let them know that I'm writing this diary. Megan and Emily want to be Heather Holiday so bad. Soon as Heather wears something, Megan and Emily immediately copy. But it doesn't just stop at copying clothes. At lunch, Heather Holiday was eating a kale salad, and now Emily and Megan both bring kale salads to school. They don't even like kale. One time, I went to Emily's house, and her mom gave me iceberg lettuce in a salad. That's a felony in our house. Romaine, kale, or spinach only. First is clothes, then it's food. What are they going to copy next? Sorry, I don't know, it's just like a release, you know? I like to write sometimes. Actually, I forgot to ask, do you want to write in the gossip book? What? I know that's a lie. Let's take these pigtails out. Okay. Oh, your hair is so knotted. Yeah, it is knotted. I know you have stuff to add to the book. Because the quiet ones always know the tea. Well, sometimes. I know you do. I'm gonna need you to add something to the gossip book. Because Emily and Megan used to. But since we're not cool right now, you can take over. Kinda like their replacement. I'm sure you have something to write in it. It doesn't have to be crazy, you know? Just write something that no one knows. Yeah, just think about it. Your hair is actually kind of pretty. It's just you wouldn't know because you always like put it up. Although it is a little bit dry. Doesn't it feel good when you get your scalp scratched? Ew. I have a question. Don't get like offended or whatever. How often do you wash your hair? Ew. There's like stuff from your hair getting on me. Yes, Mrs. Jones, we're paying attention. Yes, I know it's not a beauty salon. It's a back salon. Okay, ready? Okay. X marks the spot, a circle and a dot, 4 big boulders and 1 tiny spot. Spiders crawling up your back, love rushing down. Spiders crawling up your back, love rushing down. Tight squeeze, cool breeze. And now you're in Tinkle Town, Tinkle Town, Tinkle Town. With the tinkles, tinkles, tinkles. Okay. Okay, I know, it's story time. We have to be quiet. Okay, I know. Why do we even do story time anymore? Like, it's so childish. Okay, I'll be quiet. I'm gonna braid your hair, okay? Let me brush it first.
Alright, class, so I need everyone to gather around. You can sit at your desk if you'd like, but if you'd like to come closer up here, that's fine with me as well. Okay, if you're gonna stay at your desk, I need you guys to please stay quiet. So that means no talking. Okay? And if you'd like to take notes on this book, then please feel free to do so because there may or may not be a test over it. Okay? So, I'm gonna start reading. You never know when I'll assign a test either. Okay? Some of these are just books that I'd like to read to you guys, and others I will want to test you on to make sure that you guys are paying attention. Okay? So here we go. When the bell for lunch finally rang, Megan hurried into the cafeteria as fast as she could. If she was really quick, she could be near the front of the line and might even manage to get a table today. She didn't really think she'd be able to keep it, of course, but it was worth a try. And it'd be a good test of whether or not things had actually changed for her, like he promised. She sat down at the end of one of the long tables near the back of the room. She'd seen an empty round one, but she knew there was no way she'd be able to keep that. Better just stick with the end of this one. Jen came up a few minutes later, tray in hand, and sat down across from Megan. You actually got a table? She sounded surprised. For now, at least, Megan told her, shrugging. Let's just see if it lasts. I bet we lose it in 5 minutes, Jen told her, grinning. 3, Megan countered. Out of the corner of her eye, Megan saw a blonde ponytail bouncing towards them. Actually 2, she corrected. Hi guys, Tara said brightly. Megan looked up. Tara Pickett, the most popular girl at school, a senior, was standing there with her lunch tray. What was she doing there? Didn't she usually sit at one of the round tables at the front with all her friends? Or had they decided to take Megan's table just because they could? And here, Megan was thinking this day might actually be good for once. Megan stared at her for a second and noticed that Tara wasn't looking at them like they were in her way. Well, this was new. Megan couldn't remember the last time someone had approached her and Jen in the cafeteria without a look of annoyance. Tara put her tray down at the empty seat next to Megan and pulled the chair out for herself. How come you're sitting all the way back here today? She asked. It was the first table I saw, Megan said uncertainly. She was still trying to figure out why Tara was sitting next to them. She'd be kicking them out of her way or something? I don't think I've ever sat back here before, Tara said, looking around. Me neither, Megan mumbled. It might be a step down for Tara, but Megan had never gotten so lucky. So, how have you been anyway? Tara asked casually. Then she laughed. I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever. That's because you've never talked to me before, Megan thought. But she didn't say that. Besides, hadn't she always wanted Tara Pickett to talk to her? So instead she just said, I'm okay. You? She was more tentative than she'd meant to be. Fortunately, Tara didn't seem to notice. She grinned at Megan like they'd been friends for years. Megan tried her best to return the look, but she was pretty sure she hadn't managed to keep the confusion completely off her face. I'm great. We just finished tryouts for the school play yesterday afternoon. You should come. What? Was all Megan could think to say. Her jaw dropped, and she did her best not to stare. Was Tara making fun of her? Or did she really not remember the disaster that had been Megan's attempt? When they'd announced tryouts, Megan had been secretly excited about the idea. She hadn't told Jen, of course, on the off chance she'd fail. But she stayed late after school yesterday, mumbling lines as she walked onto the stage at the front of the cafeteria. But when it was time for her to actually say something, she'd completely blown it. She forgot everything she'd rehearsed. And when the agonizing 3-minute speech was finally over, she nearly tripped getting off the stage. It was so embarrassing. And the snickers she heard as she left the auditorium let her know she'd more than missed her chance. So why was Tara bringing that up now? And in front of Jen? Was that really why she sat down next to them? Megan studied Tara's face, but the statement seemed genuine. Fortunately, Tara didn't seem to notice how red Megan was getting. I know, it's not really your thing, but I still think you would have been really good. You should at least try out for the one in the spring, okay? Okay, Megan answered numbly, still trying to keep the shock off her face. Finally, she asked, so, where's Stacy? Stacy was Tara's best friend, and somehow Megan found it hard to believe that Tara would really be spending time with her if Stacy was around. She went out to the parking lot to talk to Heath. Tara rolled her eyes. I don't know what she sees in him. Heath? Megan asked. You mean the guy on the basketball team? Yeah. How many other Heaths do you know? Tara stared at her critically for a second, and Megan found herself shrugging. So, why don't you like him? She asked. Heath was a year ahead of Megan in school, and he was one of the cutest guys around. She might not actually know him, but it seemed like a pretty good deal to her. He's actually kind of a jerk, Tara told her. Remember what he said at Greg's party last Friday? How she spent like 2 hours crying? Megan nodded. Of course she hadn't been invited to Greg's party, but she had heard rumors about Stacy and Heath breaking up after. Okay, so I'm going to stop the reading right there, and we are going to switch gears a little bit here and go back to our study of the ocean. Okay, you guys have your worksheet on this, so feel free to take notes on your worksheet or in your notebooks. Okay, so I'm going to ask a few questions. If you know the answers to the questions, please raise your hand. Okay, so the first question, who can tell me why oceans are essential for life on Earth? Anyone? Kara? That is exactly right. Oceans produce oxygen and they absorb carbon dioxide, right? So they help to regulate the Earth's climate. Oceans play a really crucial role in maintaining the balance of gases in our atmosphere, okay? So, very good job, Kara. Thank you for that. Now, can someone share the different zones of the ocean and also what makes each zone unique? Okay, so again, I need you to share the different zones of the ocean and what makes each zone unique. Anyone? Okay, Noah? That is correct. The zones are the sunlight zone, twilight zone, midnight zone, and abyss. Each zone has specific characteristics like light levels and the types of organisms that live there. Okay? So let's continue our exploration of the ocean's wonders and significance in our world. Remember, every drop of water in the ocean tells a story of life and interconnectedness. Okay? So if you have any questions, keep them coming, and we'll continue with more questions and answers on today's lesson. Okay? Anybody have any questions thus far? Okay. Can anyone explain to me the concept of oceans? No, let's skip that one. Who can share an example of a famous ocean current and its impact on weather patterns? Anybody? We're getting a little complex here, right? But I know you guys are very, very smart. You know what? I want you guys to just go ahead and write that down. I'm going to finish grading a few papers, and then I want to hear answers on those, okay? So just please write down your answer. I'm going to grade a few papers, then we'll get to it, okay?